Hello, everyone. I just felt so called to do a little spread for you, and this is especially for you if you are struggling right now. If you are feeling just a little bit out of place, out of sorts, maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck right now in a particular situation, whatever it may be, this video is for you. Here in this video, we're going to give the advice that you need to navigate through whatever situation you're dealing with right now. So what I want you to do now is to go ahead and pick one of these three piles. You can pick the Amethyst, the Selenite, or the Black Crystal. Take a deep breath and just let your gaze soften, and whichever one of these you find your eye returning to, that's going to be the pile for you. Once you have your pile selected, go ahead and put in the comments which one you chose. Did you choose the amethyst pile? Did you choose the selenite pile? Or did you choose the black crystal? Remember, all the futures we're going to talk about are all possible futures. If there's something that arises in this reading that you are not resonating with or you'd like to change, there's almost always a way to impact things, and that's because I'm only asking the cards for information that is helpful, actionable, and in your best and highest good. So I ask if something is not helpful that it doesn't show up, and I also ask that my guides and your guides are present for this reading and that they assist in bringing forth information that will be helpful to you on this stage of your journey and the next. Okay, if you chose the amethyst pile, then this is your reading. I just want to get a sense of the situation that you're finding yourself in right now, so I'm going to start with that. So let's see what this situation is concerning that might be causing you some trouble. Let's just see what that is. Okay, so you have some type of challenge or obstacle that's coming up. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here for you is that you're someone who's done a lot of growth recently, and there are folks in your life who you frankly outgrown, which I know can seem mean to say or cruel, but it's really not. It's just that you're not serving them and they're not serving you at this time. And this is a time period where you're exploring what will be in your best and highest good. And you're looking at cutting out particular people. This could also be whole groups, frankly. So maybe you're part of a book club that's not serving you anymore. Maybe you're part of a church or a like mom group or something, you know. This could be a group of golfer friends that you have, anything like that. It just could be that there's a particular group or set of people who just aren't serving you anymore and you're not serving them. And you've done the work, you've grown, you've almost grown past them. This is the time to really evaluate what that is. And it's saying that, you know, I think you're already in the process of making those changes. Let's go ahead and look at some advice for this situation. And even beyond the situation, it's just the advice you really need to hear right now. Okay. What I'm getting here is that you're going to need to be out there and confident a bit, and confident in how you're speaking to new people. This doesn't represent you in this situation. It represents other people. It's going to be really important for you to be confident and to truly show who you are with your words at this time. The words that you say are important right now, and you are speaking your truth. So it's important to speak loud, confidently, put yourself out there. And also, you're forging a new comfort zone. So this might be out of your comfort zone to speak with that kind of authority and that type of confidence. But you are in a new comfort zone. You're starting new. And this might feel a little bit scary, but it's really positive. This is such a positive thing that you are in this new space. And even though there are some tricky things of, maybe cutting out some social groups, cutting out some people that, have been dear to you in the past, this is because of the growth that you have done. And that's something to really be proud of. And these cards are calling you to speak with the authority of somebody who's done that work. Let's look at what you can focus on right now. What's a good main focus for you to have? Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. And I'm also going to look at what is going to help you right now. Okay, Ace of Swords. With the previous spread that we have, if something is bothering you, this is the time to speak up about it. It's time to speak up about it and change the situation. You can cut yourself free with these swords that are just around you. You don't have to stay bound up like that. So if you find yourself in situations, especially social situations that you feel uncomfortable in or that you don't enjoy, or you feel like it's just not in your best and highest good to be there, free yourself from it. You have the power to do that. The other card that we have here is the Ace of Swords. So this to me mirrors a lot of the child card that's here. You're going to have these new ideas, these new things that are coming to your mind, and let those thoughts come in. Let the newness come in. A lot of times we armor ourselves against new ideas because they are foreign and different, and our brain sometimes doesn't like new things, but it's saying that we are entering into a new comfort zone. So this is the time for you to go ahead and forge ahead, to come with new ideas and to let those ideas come through. And this is what to stay away from. So this is something that we might be tempted to fall into, but we need to be aware and stay away from it. Let's see what we get here. Okay, we have the Hermit. So what I'm getting here is this is not the time to actually sink into yourself. That self-exploration can be really important and it can be comfortable, but this is the time, I think, to take action in the world. I think with these swords that are here, we are in the process of changing our thoughts. And as we can see with the advice here, I think we're going to be having a lot of honest discussions. I think you've already done this. I think you've already gotten clear with where you're at in your life right now. And there's no more introspection that's needed at this moment in time. Of course, in the future, you'll cycle through this again. But right now, this is a time to take action and to let these new ideas prevail and to roll with those. If you love these Lenormand cards, I do have a Lenormand membership, which is opening very, very soon, and you need to be on the waitlist in order to get in. So if you want to join that, you can head to emilyrosedivination.com/coming soon and sign up for the waitlist, and you'll get first dibs into the membership. If you selected the Selenite pile, then this reading is for you. So I want to get a sense of the situation that you're in. I feel like for these folks, though, I feel like you've just left something. That's the sense I'm getting when I picked these cards up. I just got the sense you just got out of something here. But I'm going to ask just, what is your current situation? Like this one. Okay. Okay, What I'm getting here, which is actually similar to our last message, if for the Amethyst folks, but what I'm getting here is that there is something that has happened. That's the sense I'm getting, that has kind of rocked this tower. And this is not the same as the tarot tower. So just know that if you're a tarot, you're looking at the tower going, these are structures typically. It's almost like the opposite of the tower in tarot, almost, not quite. But with the scythe here, it's almost like cutting that, right? And it's saying that there's a jolt to this tower, to this structure that you've created. And I think what's happened, though, is that created like a fissure. But I think the fissure was almost already there, and this just called attention to it. And with the mountain and the ring, it seems like this structure has almost also created this sense of challenges that continue to repeat themselves. It's saying that there's an opportunity here. This is like the serendipitous time to end this, to end these structures. So if you watch the Amethyst pile, I felt like for the Amethyst folks, this was like people, like social people. And this could relate to organizations. This could be like a big company, something like that. So it could be related to your workplace. But I'm getting that this is more internal. For our Selenite folks. And it's saying now, it's so good you're watching this, because it's saying now is the opportunity you have to actually end these things, to end these habits, these things that are keeping you stuck and blocked. And this is the time. It's saying right now, this is the time. You have an opportunity to end these things. Like the stars are aligning for you to do this. Let's go ahead and look at some advice for this situation and just where you're at presently in your life. For you Lenormand learners, remember we are now in an advice context. So this is saying it's transitioning. So transition, be firm in how you're transitioning right now and how you are moving forward. Be strong in the direction that you're moving. And also find communities and people who help you to grow, communities that you can grow with for the long term. And this is also about being connected and committed to your growth. I'm getting this above all else. You already have a firm direction that you're heading in, and it's important, instead of just thinking of like, oh, I'm just cutting out these structures, what you're replacing them with are communities that will grow with you, that are long-standing, and that you can connect with, and that you can be committed to in return. Let's look at what to focus on. What's a good focus for you right now? I feel like it's this one. Ooh, 10 of Swords. And then what will help you right now? Ooh, the Knight of Wands. This is what I mean. I felt like something has just recently happened to the Selenite folks, and the Ten of Swords kind of confirms that. It's saying whatever has happened is now over. It's done. And you've accepted it's time, if you haven't yet, it's time to accept the reality of whatever has recently transpired, but also just where you're at in your life. It's time to just accept that and know that a new day will come. And this is a card that scares a lot of people, but actually when I see this, I'm kind of relieved, because it's saying that if you've been through a really negative time lately or things have been challenging, it's saying it's over, it's done. The other sense I'm getting with the Ten of Swords is to fully accept the situation for how it is. And what this does is it actually does free you, because instead of trying to tend to everything that's there, it's time to just let it go. It's time to accept, what we saw, that fissure in the tower. It's time to accept that that tower is cracking. And that's how things are. And that can seem really sad or hard, but the good thing about that, though, is that it's going to free you up. You no longer have to tend to that tower anymore. You don't have to be the keeper of it. And you can do things. You can go on adventures that are led by the force of your heart. I think of the Knight of Wands as venturing forth, and it's like you're running on that wand, that fire energy. And that's what accepting the situation, accepting where you're at presently in your life, that's what will help you move forward. And once you do move forward, you're going to have so much adventure that's awaiting you. And this is what you have to look forward to, or think about the things that you want to do right now. What are some of the adventures that you want to go on? What are some things that you want to explore? Start getting excited about that. Now let's look at the pitfalls that you want to avoid right now. This is something you'll be tempted to kind of fall into, but something we want to avoid. I feel like it's this one. Okay, we got the King of Pentacles reversed. I always think of the King of Pentacles as someone who really has it together. I mean, look at this whole vineyard that he's conjured and created here. And so when I think of the King of Pentacles, I think of someone who is very organized and who has it all together. This is saying, since this is what to avoid, I don't think you have to have it all together right now. You don't have to. Usually when this is reversed, I say like, get organized. This is the time to get organized and take stock of everything and make sure that you have systems and you're taking baby steps and blah, blah, blah. But I think with this, the Knight of Wands, this is adventure. Like, this horse is fully going and he's not being super careful about everything. He's on an adventure. So you don't have to know exactly what you're doing right now. It's okay. What is important right now is that you are doing things from your heart. So this could be you're deciding to take maybe you're like, I really want to take a painting class and I'm really excited about that. And I'm just going to sign up. And you don't look at all the details of the class. You just sign up. That's kind of the energy of the Knight of Wands. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take a trip. I don't even care. I'm just doing it. It could be something small. It could be something big. But the point is that you truly want this thing. And don't worry about all the details and the organizing. That's not the point right now. The point is to carry forward this excitement and this energy that's here. If you have selected the selenite vial, what I'm feeling is that you've been through a difficult time. And I think that if you let the things that need to fall away, you're going to be in for some really fun adventures and a new phase of life that's really exciting. If you enjoyed this reading and you particularly are attracted to these cards that were here, these are called Lenormand cards, and I do have a membership that teaches you how to read these cards all the way from 2 cards to the Grand Tableau, which is the big mama spread of Lenormand. You can join my waitlist to get in the membership. You have to be on the waitlist in order to join soon. And to get on the waitlist, you can do that at emilyrosedivination.com/coming soon. Thank you for being here. Last but not least, if you selected the black crystal pile, then this reading is for you. So for black crystal folks, I want to know, what do you need to pay attention to right now? What needs your attention? The dog. Okay. So I'm getting that you have a friend, this could actually literally be a dog too, who are always our best friends. Mine's right behind me. But I feel like there's a friend that's really hurting right now, who's really struggling. And they need you to be strong for them in their friendship. So I feel like you might need to show up for them again and again, but I don't think you actually have to do a lot. I think it's mostly just like telling them, I'm here for you, I'm your strong friend, and our friendship isn't going anywhere. So I think this might be someone who has maybe been a little bit distant from you, or who you feel cut off from a little bit. But if it's someone that in your heart you feel like is one of your people, that you want along for the ride of your life, right? Then it's saying be their strong friend, like stay strong with them. I feel like something's happened to them recently, or they're disconnected for a reason. So this is that time to remind them that you are that strong friend, and that this relationship isn't going anywhere. Now let's look at some advice for you. So this is kind of what you need to know right now. Okay. You are shining bright right now. I feel like the spotlight's on you. I wonder if you've been recently getting attention for something that you've done. This could be at work, in your personal life. There's something here. I just get a sense that you are shining, that you're just the spotlight. I think of the moon kind of almost like a spotlight on you. Like you're getting that recognition. And kind of what's happening over here with what you need to know is that there is this progress that's happening, and to stay strong in the progress that you're making. Because sometimes when we are making progress in our life, we kind of can back away from it because it's scary. It's something new. It's something different. But it's saying stay strong in the progress that you're making. But what's interesting is in the center here is the ring. So these are relationships and things that you are committed to. And the sense that I'm getting with this here is that it's important to be intentional about the relationships that you have. Which relationships are supporting this progress? Which ones are helping you affirm that, or are helping you stay strong through this progress that you're having? Which friends and people and connections and things, and this is also things you're committed to as well, are helping you to shine right now, and which ones aren't, right? So this is the time though, if something is helping you, that's where the focus is to affirm that. It's kind of like the other message that we just had with the dog. It's to affirm those people and to really pay attention to those things that you are committed to, and are they helping your progress? Also, these cards just want you to make sure that you know that you're shining bright, and that's something to really celebrate, and also to celebrate the people who helped you get to where you are now, and to continue to feed those relationships that got you there. This is what to focus on now. So this is something that can be your main focus. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. And then this is what's going to help you. What will be your helper? Knight of Swords. And this is what to stay away from. Four of Pentacles. So for what to focus on, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and I always think of this as the long game. The sense I was getting too, because they're with other people in this card, I feel like who do you want to be part of the impact that you leave on this earth, which sounds really big, but think about that. Who do you want along for the ride of your life? And also, look at your long-term commitments. I feel like this is where you're really playing the long game in your life right now, and you're laying down seeds and you are tending to them right now, and they're starting to bear fruit for you. And now it's time to plant and do even more with that garden. You want something that's going to last not just for your generation, but for the next as well. And this is the time to look at what you're doing long term. Where are you putting your energy? Where are you putting your focus? Feed the things and the people that make your life feel more rich and that help you in your garden, right? You don't want to feed the things that are taking away from your garden, that are just picking fruit, right? They're just picking fruit. They're not helping you plant anything new, right? You want people that are helping you plant things and, maybe sure they share in some of the fruits of your labor with you, but they're also helping you plant it. So this is the time to think about who those people are, who you want along for the ride, and what types of things are you putting your energy towards? Are they helping you in the long term? So what's going to help you right now is to take your time and not race ahead. Okay. So this is not the time to just be racing ahead without thinking. The Ten of Pentacles, this is a very long-term methodical card. And what we want to do is slow down and take some time to think about where we're going and what we're doing. This is also the time to make, those long-term investments in things like our body. We're going to have our body for our whole life, right? So we don't want to run it ragged like he's running this horse ragged here. We want to care for it. We want to care for the thoughts. I think of the sword as our the way that we speak in our thoughts. And so it's like, let's not just let our thoughts run wild. We want to pick which thoughts are actually going to plant seeds that will be fruitful for us in the long run. So this is a time to slow down. Notice the thoughts that are going through your head. I think that's where to start. Notice your thoughts. Notice how your body is feeling right now as you're watching this video. Is your jaw tight? Do you need to relax it? Right? Let's stop running ourselves so ragged. And, we can plant our garden leisurely. We don't have to race ahead, and we want something that's well thought out, that's going to last a long time, and we just won't get there with the Knight of Swords. And for what to avoid, we have the Four of Pentacles, which I call the scarcity card. And with the Four of Pentacles, I think about the Ten of Pentacles. 10 is more than 4, right? And so we might want to think, I'm fine. I'm just going to sit here with my 4 Pentacles and I'm not going anywhere. But the thing about that is, like, look at this city behind him. He's got this pentacle on his head, and it's like almost like obstructing his connection with source, with spirit. With the Ten of Pentacles, it's so open and loving and connected, and he's alone here. So this is not the time to hunker down in what you've already achieved and just hold on to it. This is the time to maybe plant a few of those pentacles, and maybe this is an investment of some kind that you may be making soon. Well thought out, but if we don't want to just necessarily race ahead, but maybe you're making an investment for your future. Maybe this is going back to school. Maybe this is signing up for like some type of course that you want to do. Maybe this is investing in your body, doing something for your body at this time, right? The Four of Pentacles might not want you to do that. It might just want to hold on to those pentacles. But the Ten of Pentacles is saying, hey, why don't we plant one of those in our pentacle garden, right? And so you may not see the benefits of it for quite some time. And that's the thing that we want to avoid is scarcity and holding on to things because it feels safer to hold on to it rather than to invest it in something that would actually pay off for us long term. So that's what I'm getting for our Black Crystal folks. If you enjoyed reading these Lenormand cards, if you resonate with them, I do have a membership called my Lenormand Learners Community, and you can sign up for it very soon, but only if you are on the waitlist. So you can join the waitlist at emilyrosedivination.com/coming soon, and you'll be the first to know when the doors reopen. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and thank you for being here.